between the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And it should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get on the first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now, this defense for the Lions, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 4th and 2. Defensively, they have that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talked about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Play action. It's Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact on that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Josh Allen drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Lions will take over. 3.5 to go, first quarter. On play action, Brissett. Blitz coming. and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. And before the second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Our first carry for the rookie from LSU, Ty Davis-Price. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're wondering just how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats says 21.8 miles per hour. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The last series, 4 a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On a jet sweep, this is Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this from your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Third and 2, now Burrow. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a first down. Burrow on play action. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Troy Anderson brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And they're going to be staring at 3rd and long here. After 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. It's a give to the right. Ingram brought down around the 16 or 17, showing some tough running there. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
But that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Brissett. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Lions are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
Working with a lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. First down, and they go right back to Davis Price. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defense in front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. 2nd down, here's Davis Price. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long. That's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Throwing, Brissett. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Calling a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. everything they're doing has been executed well.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here's Burrow. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Now Burrow on 1st down. Incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get it, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Right on the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down. Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Rohrwasser's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say for the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now. For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he'll be out right at the 35.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Finding room at midfield, down the left sideline. A big play there just before halftime. 52 yards.
I think this defense is still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Brissett. And it's caught. And in for the Lions touchdown.
Ty Davis-Price.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Burrow looking to pass. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
And this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the 2nd half is underway. And coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Brissett on 3rd and 2. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understand.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down. Davis-Price on 1st and 10. Brought down at the 20. I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from a strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, They can't always account for individual effort defensively, and this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Brissett. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Lions turned away on fourth down.
And the Commanders come through with a fourth down stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Woods. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now a give running right. It's Cook. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On first and 10, Joe Burrow.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
Finding room at midfield. Past the 20. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Cook. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now it's Burrow. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
And deciding to run a hitch route really helped how the guy can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Three tight ends up front here. Third and goal. Burrow going to keep it himself.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Joe Burrow scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. Cook, they'll try and run it.
And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a first and 10. Drive begins with a carry by Davis Price. 62 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes
right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
On the counter, Davis Price. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gun.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 36. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36.
Give to Davis Price up the middle here.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Brissett sets to throw it. He's got it to Hilton.
And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Kylan Granson,
his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Lions are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
Extra point by York is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
That last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-and-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Now it's Burrow.
Right side, there's Likely with it. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
To the air again, Burrow. Robert Woods, 27 yards.
And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
Second down, and again, it's Davis Price. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Third and short yardage, Brissett. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 14.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. Again, 11. First down.
Well, it's a jet sweep, the football to Woods. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
First down, here's Burrow. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They had two straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up second and 1. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, Washington.
Now Burrow. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Here we go, here we go.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Lions have just about sewn up this football game. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talking about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they look like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Second down, and again it's Davis Price.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that cost. He's got him in, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Down Burrow. And his throw is incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back at and say, we didn't prepare ourselves for that time.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Complete to Likely on the out route. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Justin Rohrwasser in a pressure spot. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Offense ready to kick off their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game.
And this is going to be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what? Now Cook hit, and he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he brings it back to the house. It's a touchdown, and in a crazy inning, a defensive score wins it. So it's a win here for the Lions, and it was all thanks to the play of their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, you had to like what you saw. He was on point the whole game. Wound up going over 300 yards with 3 touchdown passes. That will definitely get the job done.
So for Detroit, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia.
Are you ready? Okay, say. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk.